All right, Coach, I talked to Logan Shaw at the intermission, and he just kind of said that it wasn't good enough tonight. How did you feel about things overall?
Well, I certainly liked our start. I thought we came out, had our legs, and the first 15 minutes of that period, I thought we dictated the pace. And then, we had one turnover, and they get the goal, and to me, the rest of the game was theirs. So we certainly didn't have a great response after their first goal, which was a neutral zone turnover, and then the second and third goal were turnovers as well. So we certainly played into their style of game, and they're very opportunistic. I mean, they've certainly got a skill set over there that when they get their chances, they bury it. And certainly we didn't recover from that, unfortunately. So, certainly, when Shawzy says it wasn't good enough, it's absolutely not good enough for a team that's really, desperately fighting for points to make playoffs. And, for some reason we have huge troubles with the Marlies this year, and they take advantage of their chances they get even when we're playing well or having chances. But to me, except for that first 14 and change before they got their first goal, we played to our identity, and after that we certainly got away from how we need to play to be successful.
Another game where you get around the season average 31 shots or so, and they're just not going in. I mean, we've talked about it a lot throughout the course of the season so far. Is there any kind of rhyme or reason? How do you get that puck over the line?
Well, I think at the end of the day, when you've got to win the game 2-1, and for us, we can't play from behind because we just don't have that natural ability to score. And we have some guys that's Lucchini's up to 11 games in a row now without a goal, and probably our best shooter without Soko up is probably Ravi, and he's stuck at 5. And then you've got some other guys that you're counting on to contribute a little bit more offensively than they are, and puck's not going in for them. And so consequently, you've got to win the game 2-1. And how do you do that? You got to play great defensively, and you can't turn pucks over. And the one goal, Rhino turns the puck over, but we had both deactivating. So it's very, very difficult to win playing that way, and specifically a team like us that. At the end of the day, our identity is our identity. We're 32 games into this season, and we're near the bottom of the league in scoring 4. So if you don't, play a style of game to win those 2-1, 3-2 games, you're just not going to win.
You got Mitchell Holscher back from Atlanta. What did you see from him tonight?
He's got a good work ethic. Hockey IQ was very good, and we felt he deserved to be getting rewarded for his 6 games down there. I believe he had 10 points in 6 games, and certainly with his skill set and passing ability and his hockey IQ, you knew he'd do well down there. So, when Sokolov got called up, we certainly felt that we needed to reward him, and I thought he was fine tonight in a limited role, but he certainly can contribute in all areas. He's pretty solid on face-offs and can be on the PK as well. So. Certainly a real good depth player for us.
A lot of roster juggling throughout the year again, but Jacob Bernard-Docker's back. What have you liked from him?
Well, I think JBD. It's one of those situations too when you're up and down. Getting back to this league is never easy, and I thought our defense in general struggled overall tonight, but for him it's just a matter of getting in his routine at the American Hockey League level, and once we get some bodies back up front, we'll certainly go in the more traditional 12-6, and I think that'll help his game as well. But he's still around trying to find his game as well, and it's just not easy when you're playing, playing with Thomas Chabot one night and then coming down here in this league. So it's usually a big adjustment, but I think he'll be fine.
What's the message from a guy like Pierre Dorion when he sends you a guy like JBD back? Is it just kind of status quo with him, or is there kind of things that he sees in his game that you need to work on?
Well, specifically for us, my contact is with DJ when it comes to specifics of each player. So, I think that, we try to recognize guys that deserve opportunities to get up and get recalled to play games, much like a Thompson and a JBD and now Sokolov with his game last night. So it's not so much, okay, they got to come down to work on this. We know how Ottawa's trying to play, and we're trying to mimic that as much as we can. And so, we pretty much break down the games ourselves and make the corrections that we think needs to be made in JBD or any prospect that comes down.